Well, hello there, besties. Listen, today is a bonus episode. Our first ever bonus episode with the real estate besties because y'all, I had something on my mind. I did a reel about it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it when I was sleeping. And I'm like, okay, Jesus, if you convicted me of this, then it must be something that I'm supposed to share with the besties. So let me give you some context. Last episode, told you all about how I was getting ready to go to a mastermind in Miami with some folks I didn't know. I was a little bit nervous, but did it scared. Literally did that. Okay, so scroll back up to the most recent episode other than this one, and you will hear that story, and I will update you. Long story short, it was amazing, met amazing people. I ended up even speaking at the mastermind, being on a panel. So I'll get into that another time. But y'all, it was crazy because while we were there, Corey, my husband, the night that we were set to leave on a Tuesday morning. Our flight was at 9 a.m. and homeboy had got food poisoning. So like the middle of the night, I could hear him up. I wasn't really sure what was happening, and it was gruesome. I'm not going to give you the details, but if you've ever had food poisoning, then you already know what it is. So there was absolutely no way, like zero way, that he was going to be able to withstand a flight. So we had to extend our day, extend our trip, the whole thing, right? And it was kind of cool because I got to explore Miami a little bit because the weather wasn't great. But nonetheless, for the most part, I'm in the room with him because I want to be out hanging out while he's in the bed not feeling good. So I am scrolling the social media and everybody is talking about what I thought was a documentary on like Netflix or something like that. The Who TF Did I Marry? Okay, so some of you are probably shaking your heads knowing what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, God bless you, because that means that you have not immersed yourself in the social. So I, was trying to be quiet in the room with him. I put on my headphones. I don't watch a lot of TV just because of how my night routine is. I don't get to be up. I don't stay up late. But I'm like, okay, let me find this documentary because everybody is talking about it and I want to kill some time. I'm not really sleepy, but, can't go out, whatever. So come to find out that it's not a documentary, that it's somebody's real life story that she is like narrating on TikTok, okay? And long story short, because I did not get through it all, which is what this whole thing is that, she pretty much married a guy who was a pathological liar, but sis gives us like 50 videos is what I think it ended up being. 50 10-minute TikToks about the story from the time she met him to the end. So y'all, I don't even know how to get into TikTok. I need to, that's something that's on my goal list. I want to do better with posting for the besties on TikTok. But I get into TikTok and, I'm looking at the first episode, okay. Then I get to the second one. I'm like, let me speed this up. Like, how long is this going to take? Then I get to the third one and I'm listening to the story and I'm just like, I had a thought in my mind, right? Because she keeps saying, who TF did I marry? And then I was thinking like, WTF, like what am I doing with my time right now, right? And I get it. I got time to kill, or at least I thought I had time to kill. But I was like, this is not adding any value to me. It's not adding any value to my business. And further, I'm not adding any value to her because all I'm doing is sitting here judging this girl and judging this situation. But I could totally see how like it could be continue to be a time suck. And y'all, I needed to have a bonus episode for the besties because listen, time, friends, is your most valuable resource in business, in life. And it's so easy in the day of social media. Like it's amazing how many people, this thing has millions and millions of views. And all I'm thinking about is how much time was lost. Okay. And let's just break it down. Okay. Homegirl has 50 videos, about 10 minutes each. That's like 8 hours. 8 hours of pretty much time waster, time suck that millions and millions of people now have devoted to somebody's life that has nothing to do with them. So listen, the whole time, like the few episodes I did listen to before I just like the Lord checked me, like log out, I was thinking to myself, she need a friend. Like, where were her friends, right? To tell her that like the writing was on the wall. And I'm like, you know what? Let me tell the bestie, here is your friend to tell you before you get sucked into this or anything else that's going to be a time suck. Let's talk about things that you could do over an 8-hour period that will actually add value to you and add value to your life. So for real, before the weekend or before the week, whenever you're listening to this, whether it's this thing or something else that truly is like not going to be resourceful to you at all, let's talk about things you can do with your 8 hours. Okay, so number one, you can listen to 2 audiobooks or 3 audiobooks or whatever. Download, I'm going to give you 2 that I absolutely love that you can knock out in 8 hours. One is Chasing Failure by Ryan Leake, and the other is Fear is Not the Boss of You by Jennifer Allwood. If you want to just continue to watch something or listen to something over and over, I'm guaranteeing you that you're going to get a way better return on your time investment listening to those than listening to Oh Girl. Okay, number 2. How about continuing education classes? We all say we don't have time. Oh my gosh, those classes come up so fast. Listen, go online and sign up for your continuing education classes for your actual license that will pay you, and spend 8 hours doing that. Now, what about this one? Number 3. What if you actually took the same effort that we watching this girl's videos and we actually spent that time lead genning, right? Actually start getting on the phone, actually calling people in our sphere of influence, prospecting, okay? So that's definitely something that it will be a better use of your time. Number 4, how about you go and tour some new construction communities? And then, like literally, if you went and spent 8 hours going from new construction community to new construction community and recording those houses, doing video, you probably would have content for a year. Okay? So that's something that's a way better use of your time. How about number 5? Thought I wasn't going to put this in here. I don't care where you at. You can travel all the way to Texas and be here for the Real Estate Bestie Retreat and have a few hours to spare to go to lunch, go to the spa, hang out with your girls, okay? So that is definitely a better use of your time and will add dollars to your pocket, okay? I know you got to invest to get here, but trust me, when you get here and you actually learn everything we're teaching at the retreat, it will definitely add value to you, okay? So rosemarylewis.com/retreat to get your ticket. All right, number 6, how about you sit down and create your newsletters? Like create email newsletters. Those of you who are like, I don't know how to do it. They got Canva videos that's shorter than what old girl talking about for 8.5 hours, right? There are tutorials on the YouTube on how to use Flowdesk or Constant Contact, or even how to use your Gmail to create newsletters. So you can spend the same time figuring out how to stay in front of your sphere of influence. All right. Number 7, how about you role play? What if we just broke it down? Because nobody's role playing for a whole 8 hours. But what if over 16 days you role play for 30 minutes with a real estate bestie? How much sharper will you be when you're out here having these conversations? I think you'll be way sharper than you will listening to her story. Okay, number 8, what about cleaning up your CRM or establishing the CRM, putting all of your people in a database, creating a system of when you're going to call them? That to me is a much better use of your time. And then finally, number 9, how about create those systems, right? Write down, what is your system for buyers? What is your system for sending somebody to a pre-approval? What is your system when you go under contract? Like actually sitting and creating the time to do these things will add so much value to your business. Okay. Now here's the thing. I'm not knocking a little fun and a little entertainment, but a lot of the things that I just mentioned, I hear people all the time talking about we don't have time to do. I don't have time to go to the new construction. I don't know when I can take off work or how I can figure out how to get to the retreat. I don't know how to do a newsletter. But y'all, millions of people are creating time to watch. It literally is like Trapped in the Closet, but not even as interesting as Trapped in the Closet, right? So if you can find the time to watch all these TikToks, then I guarantee you can find the time to do some of these things that are actually going to move the needle in your business. Now, as always, I'm preaching to you and I'm preaching to myself because the Lord like literally checked me. Like, Rosemary, I'm pretty sure you have something better to do. I literally logged off of the TikTok. I opened up my Audible app. There is a book that I have been looking to read and I just hadn't done it. Sat there, listened to it, took notes to the book, and already what I've learned from the book are some things that I'm going to be implementing in the way I show up on social, the way I show up when I speak, and that adds value to my time. So that's it. This is a short and sweet bonus episode because I just want to say, what TF are you doing with your time? And if you are spending all of your time engulfed in somebody else's drama, then let's not be sad when our bank accounts reflect that, because girl getting paid telling her story. We're not getting paid listening to it. So, besties, this is just, look, come to Jesus conversation for all of us. Our quick bonus episode. And don't worry, I've already decided. Next time we do a long episode, I'm going to share with you how this story, it teaches a lot of lessons for real estate agents. I don't want you to get sucked into the story because I listened to the first 3 episodes and I got enough to tell you. So make sure you check back in with me next week for that. All right. Bye, besties. Love you.